Hello and welcome back. As you know, I reviewed these things, these terrible products, right? And as you also know, I work with Webricks. So I reached out to Webricks again, asking them if they would be interested to do another model together, and if they could send me a bunch of bricks. The model I have received, I have it fully built. It is not technically done yet. I can show it to you really quick, though. It is the Uzi & Von Coral Skipper. It is done, but the video for this will be later. So don't look at it too long, and I'll do a proper video. I hit the camera. I'll do a proper video on that one later. So for now, we're going to look more closely at Webricks as a proper product. I asked them to just send me a bunch of parts and just take a look at what we got. So they gave me two bags. This is bag number 1. This is bag number 2. Bag number 2 was actually a separate bag, and then this is what was inside the bag. So there we go. The bag that this came in, they didn't want me to show because they said that is not what they should be sending these parts in. So, in respect to them, I will not be showing it. These are the GoBricks. This is the main source where they get their parts from. This is a company called Mock Blocks Brick, or at least that's what it says on the bag. I'm not sure if that's the correct nomenclature or the right name for the company, but that's these ones. So we'll look at GoBricks first, because I'm already used to GoBricks. We'll take a look at that a little deeper. So here's the GoBricks, right? We'll open this bad boy up. I immediately tore the bag, because I am a god. I am a god gamer. And so these are, these are traditional bricks. I will say something that I find really interesting is the ability for the bricks to get scuffed is really high, and I don't know why that is. Like, here, let me show you. Right? Oh, that doesn't. Okay, so this might have been an issue in the mold process, maybe not actual scuff marks. So I guess there are some inconsistencies with the mold process for these bricks. Again, it's not Lego, so that will happen, of course. But still, I think it's a good product, right? The thing that popped out to me is this. This I saw and I was like, all right, I need to talk about this. This is the 1x2, come on. This is the 1x2 by 1 and 2 plates snot brick, but in clear. This is awesome. This piece is so cool. I don't know why. Like, yeah, I can't think right now of a good use for this. Maybe a waterfall or something. Like, you could put this on the back of a waterfall. But this is super sick. I am super into this piece. I think this is so neat. Another recolor that I haven't seen before is this ball joint in red. I think that's also a really, really cool color. Super helpful if you're making, something articulated that needs to be red and you don't want the dark bluish gray or light bluish gray to be showing. That is really cool. That's the main benefit I would for sure say about Webricks is the different colors. In terms of connection, right? So let's try putting some of these together. I'd say the connection is pretty there. Really tight, as I said before in some of my other videos. The tightness, I think, is kind of a benefit and a negative. The benefit is, like, you put stuff together, it's going to be difficult for it to fall apart. The negative, for sure, is the fact that if you're trying to get pieces off, it can sometimes be a little sticky, if you know what I mean. So, like yeah, that comes off really easily, but some of the others, like, that required more force than I expected it to. So that's kind of like it's one of those positive negatives, right? You'll notice that some of the bricks, they're slightly different. So the Technic beams I find the most interesting. The Technic beams are built a little different than Lego's Technic beams to be distinct enough to not be able to be, get in trouble for it. I think that's really neat. And these are pretty good. I think I have some, yeah. The connection is good. The connection is a little, still, as I said, a little tight, but the frictionless aspect of it, it's still frictionless. So if I put a gear on this, right? It still has that frictionless motion. Actually, I think it's almost more frictionless than Lego's. So that's pretty cool. The gear slides off a little easy right here. So that could be a complaint, I'd say. Here's a 3 long Technic axle in brown. Let's put this guy on. Put it here. I'm just playing with the pieces right now. Right? Works. I'd say that works just fine. So, most of the pieces I'd say work really well. The biggest issue that I have seen, here's a bar in a hole. That connects off pretty good. Maybe okay, let's try some clips. Let's see if there's some clip parts. Here's some clip parts. Tolerance for that is good. Up and down motion is good. So, good. I'd say all around the pieces are good. They do what I feel they need to. Nothing feels like it isn't working or anything. I'm gonna try. Is there? Aha. Let's try this. Ratchets. That's good. Yeah, that works. Ooh, a little tight. A little tight, but comes off sideways easy. So, good. I'd say that's good. Here's my complaint. Here's my biggest complaint. As you saw with you saw the Yuzi and Von Coral Skipper. I did build that live on stream with a mixture of GoBricks and the other one that Webricks uses. I feel the area where Webricks' parts starts to fall off is complexity. If the model you're building is really, really complex, the parts seem to struggle a little bit in meshing together. I feel that if I had made the Yuzi and Von Coral Skipper out of Lego parts, that kind of like little seams and parts not wanting to fully mesh together would not be an issue, but I'm not 100% sure if that is an issue on my side of my design and the way me and Luke Skydragon designed it, or if that's an issue with Webricks itself. So I will need to test this proper. I hope to someday get the Yuzi and Von Coral Skipper in Lego form and compare and contrast the difference in the building process. On top of the fact that, as I said before, Webricks doesn't have all the parts, so certain builds of the Coral Skipper needed to be changed to fit the parts that Webricks is currently able to provide. So that's these pieces. I'd say all in all, they're good. The next test... Hold on, let's get some bricks. Yeah, that's good. So the next test is to try this with some normal parts, right? Some Lego parts. So here's some parts. I have a bin next to me, right? Let's see how this fits together. Fits good. Ooh, that's tight. Ooh, that's tight. You can hear that when I disconnect them, that pop. And then let's try like with this, right? That's actually easier. That's easier to disconnect. Maybe let's try like a plate, right? Good. Good. I'd say the connections here are good. Let's try this. Slight little seam. Come on. Slight little seam, nothing too bad. Good. Snot bricks. Let's do some snot. Right. Good. It works. It works. I'd say it definitely works. I might need to play with it a little bit more to test it a little better. Here's like this little doohickey. Let's see how well this works. Yeah, I'd say that is within an acceptable tolerance as well. Maybe let's try like a bar. A bar that's Lego and a hole that... Ooh, okay. That's tight. That's tight. Right there. Okay. Still good. Still good. I'd say nothing here that I have just played around with that you saw is not... It's good. All of it fits. It all works. Let's try the... Come on. Good as well. Interesting that there's these little notches to make it distinct from Lego's version. So this is all good. I don't have any complaints about this. Again, it's that tightness that I think it might be the thing that would make complex models a little difficult to work with. Because if you haven't seen the instructions for the coral skipper. Certain parts of the coral skipper, they're upside down, they're to the left or to the right, that the connections are a little frail in certain areas, and that tightness actually kind of got in the way, especially when I put pieces in the wrong spot, which happens, you know, you're going quickly, you're trying to rush through it. And when I put it in, it was very difficult to get off. But, you know, bricks, bring out the brick separator, get that bitch out there. Super easy to work with, right? So all in all, these are good. I again, would, as I've said before, recommend this. I don't feel anything that feels wrong. None of this feels unusual. The tightness is the big thing, I would say. Ooh, a bevel here, but in black. That's kind of neat. Cool. Sometimes I just look through these parts and I'm like, I wish LEGO had this in this color, I swear. I don't remember if LEGO has this one in dark bluish gray. Don't quote me on that, but I don't remember if this was one that it's either this one or the other one that LEGO doesn't have a dark bluish gray for some reason. So that's this guy, right? Let's just move all this to the side. Come on. Oh, this is difficult. Oh, this is very difficult. That's good enough. All right. These guys. So this, I actually do have a complaint with, and that is in the bag. Where is it? In the bag is this. It is a green brick separator. That's pretty cool. Touching this is actually the worst. I hate this. This feels, it has this sheen that normal LEGO brick separators, I feel, don't have. This, like, almost, I don't want to say gummy, but it has, like, a kind of weird stickiness. The piece itself is not sticky. Like, if I, you know, put this on, it's not actually sticky, but the plastic for this has a very different texture from LEGO's version of the brick separator, which I don't like this. It feels like it would break easier than LEGO's version. Don't use this. This is terrible. I hate it. So that's that out of the way. These pieces. So let's look in some of these more deeply, right? We got these. I'm going to pile them all together as I did the other ones. Ooh, look at this. It's the ball with the bar for the mixel ball joints, but in brown. Is that a color that LEGO has? That's kind of neat. I'm into that. Let's keep opening some of these bags. So this is not different, as you saw with the GoBricks ones. The what is it called? Mock blocks. These are definitely more similar to LEGO's version, which I'm personally not the biggest fan of. You know, if you're the whole IP thing can be a little sus, if you ask me. But so let's open a bunch of these bags. I'm doing it live. It's more fun that way. There's a lot of parts in here. Oh, this guy in green. I'm pretty sure that's the piece LEGO has though, so that's not special. This one also has the clear snot brick, the 2x2 snot brick, also in clear for this guy, which is cool. I just think that's such a cool piece. There is the one that's double-sided, that's in trans orange, I think. Okay, I'm not going to open this. You've seen this. I don't think it's going to be that different from the one we've already seen. So let's try connecting some of these. Let's see how this goes, right? Okay. A little less tight than the GoBricks, I'd say. That one's actually more tight. Okay, I'd say with playing with this right now, I think the mock blocks are a little bit more inconsistent with their tolerances. I feel like some of these pieces are really, really tight, and some of them are, yeah, see, this, not tight at all. This, it feels tighter to me. So, I'd say if I had to prefer one, I think the GoBricks feels better to me, for sure. Let's just, like, play around with this a little bit. Here's one side, here's the other side. Yep. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sure. There we go. I made a thing. Actually, this kind of looks cool. I kind of like it. Just playing around with the pieces. So, oh, that comes off really easily. So I feel to me personally, that's really tight. A little bit more inconsistent. Let's try it with traditional Lego pieces. Yeah, sure. So here's the same 3 parts, right? Let's try this. Okay. Acceptable. That's really easy to disconnect, I'd say. Let's maybe try this guy right here, right? Okay. Acceptable. I'd say that's fine. That disconnects so easily. Wow. Okay, now I need to test this for myself. Let's try it. This is normal Lego. Much stickier. This connects much better. Why? The designs on the back are the same. So why, when I do this, does this guy just pop off? But when I do this, it's stickier. Interesting. Now let's try maybe some of these again. That feels okay. That's acceptable. Do they have more Technic? Let's try this beam. This beam right here. Okay, that's good. I said that's acceptable. All right, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. I feel with the bricks and the plates, it's a little inconsistent, but with the more, like, the Technic feels good. The connections of brick to brick, I think, is acceptable. Although, yeah, I feel the inconsistencies of the traditional brick for the... Oh my god. Okay. Where's their gross brick separator? Oh, what? Hold on. Alright, I'm not dealing with that. Yeah, the bricks and plates for these, the mock blocks, I feel are a little bit more inconsistent with the GoBricks. I feel if you had to choose between the GoBricks parts and these parts, go with the GoBricks. The GoBricks feel a lot better, in my opinion. The inconsistency of this is a little annoying, but again, it still works. It's not like this doesn't work, right? All the connections still work. It does its job, right? And I feel one of the reasons that I needed to use parts from this company in compared to GoBricks, right? Because Webricks uses these 2 part companies to source the parts for you. So when you send them the XML file through their website, it'll tell you, oh, do you want just GoBricks? Do you want both of them? Do you want just the mock bricks? And then they'll give you the best solution with that and tell you, oh, you know, this part doesn't exist in this color, this part doesn't exist in this color, we don't have this part, stuff like that. So if I had to choose, definitely the GoBricks, I feel they connect a little better. But as I said, the tolerances for this, it's a little tight sometimes and a little weak other times. I'd prefer it to be just all tight instead of a mixture where I don't know what I'm getting. The positive, though, right, I don't see actually any scuffs on any of this compared to the GoBricks, which had some irregularities in the color. Maybe a tiny little blemish, nothing too big. But I feel that happens sometimes with Lego parts too, mostly the windscreens. I think it's the windscreens. And I have a windscreen for the Coral Skipper, and you'll see that better when I do the video for the Coral Skipper. You'll see that properly. So all in all, it's interesting. I'd still say Webricks is a great alternative to Lego. If you do not have the money, Webricks is there for you. They are great to work with. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with them. As you know, I am partnered with them. So if you are interested in picking up some Webricks, or you have a couple of mocks that you want and Lego's just way too expensive, like for me it was the Coral Skipper. That thing was $150 in Lego and $36 in Webricks. That is just so much more swallowable pill, you know what I mean? So If you're interested, the link will be down below. I do get a percentage of it, so I'll let you know that now, and that, you know, we are partnered, so I will be straightforward, right? If a piece is garbage, I'm gonna tell you it's garbage. I don't feel anything here is garbage. Like this, hold on, let me get the disgusting box. This is garbage. This I don't like. Like these sets that they were selling at the dollar store, this is terrible. Their bricks, not that bad. But if I had to compare and contrast these bricks to the dollar store bricks, I'm taking this. I'm taking the GoBricks. Like, God, yes. Was that blue? Hold on. Hey, yo, it's blue. Do Technic pins come in blue for LEGO? I don't think so. So, my review. To sum it up, TLDR. I think Webricks is great. I think they're very fun to work with. They've been really nice to me. I've seen tons of other mock makers work with them. The options for alternative parts is the biggest thing. Like, if you are a stickler on LEGO parts being LEGO, look at their options for parts that you wish LEGO had that color in. Buy a couple of those, keep them in a separate bag. It's fantastic to be able to have more options. So my camera died because it said it filled up with too much storage, so my bad. Getting back to what I was saying, all in all, good product. I would recommend Webricks generally. If you had to choose between them, try to stick with mostly GoBricks and not the mock blocks. I do think GoBricks is better. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this was a long one, so thank you for bearing with me. As always, like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.